This is the Epik Lite. It also comes in an SE Sport Edition, which has a front shock and several gears, whereas this is only a single-speed folding electric bike. But it's pretty impressive. I actually really like this bike because it's affordable and compact. The battery's integrated right into the frame, and now it's even more powerful. So I'm just gonna cruise around and look at some of the bicycle specs here. Got those smaller wheels, makes it easy to mount, sort of this low step frame design here. Nice big front ring for good leverage. It's aluminum, so it provides a little bit of protection when you're riding over bumps or curbs. Solid chain, a nice bolt-on rear rack here for actually carrying stuff around, and then V-brakes or rim brakes on front and rear. You'll notice that it's also got these nice fenders, front and rear. It's gonna keep you clean and dry if you're riding in the city and it starts to rain. And then they've got these nice lights, and they are, there you go. It's pretty bright out, so you probably can't see that too well, but they're gonna give you some extra safety when you're riding around. Front one, also really nice. You'll notice that they're built like right onto the frame, not the fender, so they're not gonna rattle around or bounce when you're cruising along. I've also got these semi-ergonomic grips, good brake levers, a bell, and a decent LED-based control panel. It's a good setup. It's a good setup, and it's fun to ride around. It works well, even though there's only one speed, as I mentioned before. But that's what the drive system's for. So what we've got here is a fairly powerful 350 watt geared rear hub motor. Geared means it's gonna be a little bit torqueier and a little bit lighter than if it was direct drive, but it might wear a little faster. The battery is contained right there in that down tube, and it's a 36 volt, 7 amp hour pack. And for a lightweight folding electric bike, like, that's pretty good. You're gonna get decent range, especially because it has 3 levels of pedal assist. So the way it works is you turn the bike on, it lights up, and you can choose from low, medium, or high by changing the mode, or you can switch completely to handlebar. And that really what that's talking about is this trigger shit. There we go, it's taken off. There you go. Relatively quiet. And I guess it actually says handler, not handlebar. I don't know if that's just lost in translation, but it works well. There we go. And it's nice to have both, because sometimes you want to adjust your feet, or maybe you've got high heels on, you're in the city, or boots or something, and you don't want to pedal. Maybe there's a puddle, so you want to like keep your feet at half mast. And because this uses a pedelec sensor, that's those magnets there, whenever a magnet passes the sensor, it's going to activate the motor. Sometimes you don't want that. You're just adjusting your feet. You're not pedaling. This doesn't have a torque sensor. It doesn't have a speed sensor. It's just a very basic, well, it's not basic. It's actually an upgraded like 12 magnet pedelec sensor. But still, the point is sometimes you want to only use the throttle, and they let you do that. Good job, Ejo. I'm glad you guys did that. So let's see how it unfolds. So there's the lever. Kind of spring that forward, bring it out like that. Then you just kind of fold the bike in half like that. There we go. And there's the battery. You can't actually pull it out without unlocking it, so I have the key here. That's good, kind of a safety feature. There we go. Put that in there. Turn it halfway, and then out comes the battery. So again, lithium cells in this, 36 volt, 7 amp hour, not too bad. And you can charge it off the bike. See, there's the charge port. So that's great, because if you park this at the office or something like that, and you want to top it off to extend your range after work, maybe you're going to ride some errands or something, it's nice to be able to do that. And you don't have to leave the key in when riding, which is great, because you don't want to accidentally kick it. So let's go ahead and put this back if we can. And I'll lock it up, and then we can go take a test ride. It's worth noting that the pedals do fold. They're Welgo. You just push it in like that and then fold it up. It's not going to give you a whole lot of extra space or anything, but it's kind of nice. Frankly, they're not super stiff when you're riding. They've also got this nice, sort of like just something to lean the bike on when it's all folded up, so that you don't hit the teeth on the chainring. which is nice. This one was actually bent during shipping, which is a little bit of a bummer. We just sort of pushed it back. The kickstand is okay. It's got this adjustment here so you can kind of lean it. One of my complaints is that when you're actually riding, the kickstand doesn't come that high up. So I've hit this on curbs when I'm like pedaling along. There's not a lot of clearance. Otherwise, this is a pretty sweet bike. It rides fairly well, and it's powerful. So here we go. Pressing on. I'm in low right now. Let's just pedal along and you can listen for that motor. Pretty responsive, and we're in low right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it up to high. Woo. This thing flies, it's pretty fast, and I think partially because it's so lightweight, but it definitely, that 350 watt geared motor, it gets you going. I'm gonna change it to handle only, and then we're gonna go from rest here and use the trigger throttle. So I'm just gonna press that and take off. Woo! Pretty sweet. So yeah, this is one of my favorite folding electric bikes out there. Again, the price and the torque that you're getting, the built-in battery, it's a good setup. And I've received pretty good treatment from EJO. They actually shipped this bike here for review to Colorado, and so I kind of feel like their customer support is there. They're pretty responsive. For more info, the full written review on the EJO Epik Lite and other electric bikes, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.